So let me show you the progress we have done before we start with the pre-slope activity. As you see that in past video we have covered this drainage hole, and now everything is ready for the pre-slope. And off camera I have done few more things, and those things are basically I've added the cement board with edge guard. These are waterproof cement boards on three sides, not all the way till the floor, but just halfway around. And the only reason is basically I am going to cover this and this area once we are done with the pre-slope and the post-slope and all those kind of things, and of course the liner and all those things, right? So as you see right now, everything is ready for the pre-slope. I'm going to cover this floor or the subfloor using the tar paper, that is this tar paper. So first the tar paper will go over here, and on the tar paper then we will have the diamond mesh, and then on that one the cement mud will go, pre-slope mud will go. So the slope is going to be from this side all the way to the drain, and over here, and all the way towards the drain. So once that pre-slope is done, then we will go for the liner and then the post-slope. Also what I see over here is that everything is right now ready except this particular part. As you see, the niche is halfway is covered with the cement board. I will cut that one at later point, but that part is also in progress. So with no further ado, we are going to now start concentrating on the pre-slope, and for that, as I mentioned, I'm going to cut this pre-slope somewhere over here with the hole for the drain, and arrange it over here, and then we will use the diamond mesh and then start the pre-slope. One more thing which I want to cover is that I was installing all these cement boards on the wall, and what I found is that this is the easiest way. As you see, there are some screws are there. So basically these screws I intentionally put a little bit below the size of the cement board, because the way I've did it is basically lifted the cement board, rested on these screws, and then permanently fixed on the area where I have to, right, using the screws. Some of the screws I have already covered with using the nail cement nail, right? So over here, and I have to do the same thing, like here I have to do it. But otherwise and I found that using this approach, it is very easy, and it's very convenient to place the sheet board on the wall. Same thing over here also, as you see, one over here, and so on. So I rested the cement board on that one, placed it correctly, and then permanently fixed it using the screws. So yeah, let me start with the pre-slope activity. So now we can go ahead and start the pre-slope activity. The reason why we have that tar paper, because we are directly adding the or creating the pre-slope on the wooden subfloor, and I don't want that pre-slope water should get absorbed by the subfloor, and that's why that tar paper has been added. So now this is good. So now I'm going to add the periphery all over the place, and decides what is the pitch I needed from on each side. So from here to here, from here to here, and so on. So once this is done, then once the pre-slope is done, then we are going to go for the post slope. But before post slope, we have to put the OT shower membrane. So similar to the quick pitch stick, I tried doing some dry run and put some stuff over here just to see that how much slope I am going to get from the periphery after leveling them on the periphery, right? And then see that whether I can get the desired slope towards the drain or not. And I see that considering that 2x4 at the periphery on each side, I was able to figure it out the right slope, and that particular line on that side, if you see over here, this line is going to be the base on this side, whereas 2x4 edge is going to be the base on this side, and same on this side. And with this I will be able to get the desired result. And as you see over here, everywhere the pitch is towards the drain over here, and I don't know whether you could see here also the same thing. The pitch is towards the drain, and some same thing over here. The pitch is towards the drain. So with this in place, I'm going to start preparing the mud. For that I purchased this 16 or 20 bucks pan, which will allow me to mix the mud near the shower site, so need not to go out and then bring the prepared mud to the second floor. So I'm going to mix the mud over here, and the one which I'm going to use is Mappy 4:1 mud bed mix. Just you have to add the water, and after mixing this with the water, it is ready to go into the shower pan, or can be used in the shower pan. So I have 2 bags. I think I'll be requiring only 1.5 bag, but I will see how much is required. So as of now I'm going to mix only 1 bag, and as things progresses, I'll see that what is how much additional mud is required for the shower pan. and this is how it looks now, the pre-slope. I think I'm really happy with the way it came out. All the way on the edges and everywhere it is kind of a smooth slope. Of course the waterproof liner will go on this one, and then after that it is going to be the post slope. But if I want to show you, so if you see over here, the slope is towards the drain. Everywhere the slope is towards the drain, so it's pretty nice. Unfortunately, when I was finishing this one, I forgot to start the recording halfway, and I lost that video. But as you see, it is not that difficult. So if I can do it, definitely anyone can do it, because as you see, it is pretty neat, and the slope is towards the drain, and it looks like from the first time perspective, it looks like I am it is a final slope, but this is just the pre-slope. I can do a lot of adjustments when I'll be working on the post slope. But yes, I don't think the water is going to stay if at all it goes on the pre-slope area. I might need little bit of slope over here. So what I'll do is, since I have this mud is there, I'll just add over here, and just add some additional slope over here. And I use this rubber float also just for the final thing, but most of the work has been done by this heavy float, which was kind of a saver in all this entire process. Actually this portion is not required, but I'm just not taking any chance and just adding this slope too, so that, and you will get an idea. So all over the place, when I was doing all this work, I was actually going through each area to make sure that everywhere I have the desired slope is coming. And see, this is what I've done, and then push it, and then once you are done, so using this rubber float, I just finish the entire slope. But you got an idea that how exactly I have done. And definitely this red rubber float, this helped me leveling this mud, or maneuvering the mud very nicely. What I've seen is basically using this aluminum heavy duty float, it is very difficult to maneuver the mud very easily, because every time I was using the aluminum float, it was just going here and there, and I have to adjust it. But this one, I used it for the final touch, and I felt that this is must for DIY person who is doing his shower drain first time, because it gives me control, and it allows me to move the mud very nicely and paste it. And as you see, the only mud which is remaining is this much. Almost I've used 2 bags of mud, and it came very nicely. And the best part is that the slope, everywhere the slope is towards the drain. I don't know whether you could see. Yes, you see that bubble. It is on this side. So so towards this end basically, and the same thing is applicable for here also. And then not only I've done this way, but I've used the bigger float also, bigger leveler also, just to see that whether um, the drainage and the flow and the level of this entire mud is towards the drain. And as you see that it came very nicely. And over here also, if you all over the place, it is towards the drain. And this is what I'm doing first time, and it came very nice. And as you see that if any kind of unevenness or anything I saw, you could correct it at the same time. So basically, let's assume that I see that there are some kind of unevenness is over there. So what I will do is I will just take the mud, put that mud over there wherever it is, and then using the float just level it, and then so it is that simple. And within few minutes you will be able to adjust the unevenness anywhere. So let me show you from far how it looks. It looks pretty neat. And now I have to wait for 24 hours before I install the waterproof membrane on this one, and then go for the post slope. But since this one is a practice layer, this was the practice layer, as people say that pre slope is the practice layer for the post layer. From the post layer perspective, I felt that I am very much confident now for the post level post slope, because this itself came very nicely.